Hello, welcome to the Semi Toxic Podcast. There is worse things out there for you. I am Kai.
I'm Dead Slayer.
And I'm Marigold.
Right. We wrote topics, and the host, that's me, will pick them using a random number generator. And today we're going to talk about if you were put on death row, what dumb thing would you have to try and mess with the people who are trying to execute you? For context, just in case you want to think it over too, usually when you're gonna get executed, at least in the United States, you get to choose what you're gonna have. And some people went ham and ate like a billion things, and some people only had a little bit.
Popcorn. Unpopped.
Unpopped. Wait, but yeah, you're talking about the electric chair. What if you get shot or something? Then they're just gonna shoot you, and you're gonna
no state kills people by firing squad, and unfortunately, I believe in California, I'd be killed via poison.
Yeah,
lethal injection.
Lethal injection.
But if I gotta choose my method of execution,
all that'll happen is they take your body away, and you'll be like one of those fucking dolls with sand in it. So they'll go. That's like
walking exactly. Away. Either way, it'd be hilarious. All right, for a real answer, I'm going to need some time to think. Dead Slayer?
Transport proteins. They'll carry me through the cell and I can escape.
The fuck? Is that real?
No, it's a biology joke.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, yeah. Ooh, a good thing that's something that's completely understandable.
Through the cell wall.
Oh, yeah. One of them nerd jokes, I see.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Alright, here's what I do, right? I phone up whoever is in charge in whatever country I'm getting executed in, right? So let's say for the United States, I call it president. I'm allowed to appeal for, to get off death row if I ask the president. That's a thing. It's not going to work. He's not going to let me off. But I don't ask for an appeal. I ask to talk to him. And during the course of the conversation, I ask, oh, yeah, what's your favorite meal, whatever. And as a power move, whatever he says is his favorite meal, that's my last meal. And I say, this is your fault.
Why would he talk to you, especially if you're not a federal prisoner? Then you're totally going over to the governor's head and go straight to the president.
Okay, maybe I just take the governor's favorite meal.
What did you do to get in a federal prison?
You don't want to know.
There's a last meal. Wouldn't that be a federal thing to begin with?
Yeah.
A single grain of rice.
A single grain of rice.
You have to ask for the utensils to so you can cut it up.
Exactly.
And eat it with a tiny knife and fork.
No.
Exactly.
Oh no! You go even farther than that. You're like, I want this roasted. I want this sautéed. I want it barbecued. I want it flambéed. You just get the
I want all of these, and it's come back with this burnt ass piece of rice that has a faint taste of soy sauce.
Just be atomized rice by them. And I want it.
And then they just put it in front of you and be like, I need a knife. This is too big.
Wait.
Oh, have you guys seen those channels that make really, really tiny food?
Oh, those are boring.
Little bites.
Yeah, you just ask for a 10-course meal, but it's all super duper tiny, made for dollhouse sized food.
You see, I just expect that from a real restaurant. If I ordered out to, if I I swear that if I went to if I was dying and I'm I would think that I was being smart by charging the state, and I go yo, I want a meal from Chez Delacroix or whatever it's called, and I want the 20-course meal, the $500 meal, and then bring me one box, and it's like a steak. It's a little sliver, and then you have to imagine the taste of the bread. It's a little
sliver with gold foil.
Yeah, and then the beer is like a foam, and it's what the fuck? I feel that would turn over on me really fast. You go to one of those
restaurants, you'll be like, I'll go. What's the cheapest thing on the menu? Cheapest thing is spaghetti. I'll have that. That's only $5. Cool. And then you get a bill of $300 because it's actually $5 per noodle.
I wonder if you could do a Mr. Beast. Okay, so you know how Mr. Beast will do those videos? I ate a $1 hot dog, and then I ate a $50 million steak or whatever.
Yeah.
And he eats a bunch of stuff in between. What if you could just ask for one of those videos for your last meal? Just all the food from that.
They come back with a flash drive, and you have to eat it.
No, they invite Mr.
No.
Beast to come to your cell.
I don't think. Wait, this is not like a last request. They're not gonna go. He's like, oh, hey guys, here I am in jail with this guy who's gonna die.
What's up, guys? We're here today with a bunch of murderers.
I would like Mr. Beast for my last meal.
Make a video out of that.
The guard be like, what's your request for your last meal? Your wife.
Oh!
Get shot on the spot.
Like, no. Oh my god! God, I always think about oh man, if I had so much to eat, and they'd be like, "Fuck, dude," they can't. If I eat enough, they can't carry me to the execution, right? Right?
It'll just be Torco and chains.
They get a forklift. All right, back it up. All right.
I love the vision of you just eating so much that you become not just humanly huge, but cartoonishly huge.
Jabba the Hutt.
Anatomically impossible. And they're like, okay, time for the injection, and they put the needle in, but it's just fat. There's nothing there.
And you just go. You go ho 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 do stuta.
That does give me an idea. Assuming you're getting the lethal injection, I wonder if you could eat enough activated charcoal beforehand to completely counteract. Charcoal and grapefruit. What you need to do is ask for a fuck ton of charcoal and all the grapefruit.
I think that might not work in your favor because it's multiple different things that do different things to you. So you could turn off the pain. You could block the pain one instead of the killing one, and so when the killing one goes in, you're just like, ah! God!
No, it would either block them. It would block them all at once. So it either wouldn't work on all of them, and so you get a less of it, or just wouldn't work at all.
But then you'll get
it all
black.
goes in at the same time.
What if you get black lung then from it, right?
Well, that's why I'm doing activated charcoal.
Black lung. Just don't inhale it. She's eating it, not breathing it.
That's true.
Yeah, I asked for activated charcoal and grapefruit ice.
I know that I thought that black charcoal.
I've actually eaten charcoal ice cream. That's really good.
I'm curious. Have you guys seen the anime or read the manga Toriko?
Yeah.
No.
So, for you and any listeners who are out there who don't know about Toriko,
that was a funny one.
Yeah, it's a manga about basically a food world, as best I can describe it.
Kai told me about this.
Yeah, it's weird. I recommend it. It's great.
I told you about Food Wars.
No?
Oh,
you don't tell me about the adventurers who were trying to make adventuring with
No, that's the Toriko. That's Dungeon Meshi. Toriko is older. Toriko's way older.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun show. I wish they had more episodes. But it's I'm curious how the whole last meal thing works in that world, where there's a lot of foods that don't exist, and some of the foods are just either incredibly difficult to acquire or literally only occur once every 100 years. Could you, in a world like that, could you request one of the things that only come out every 100 years, and then you have 84 years left?
So I feel like there's precedent, in our world, for when your last request is impossible or dangerous to either yourself or others, you're not allowed to have it.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't I think someone once said that they're allergic to shrimp and they'd ask for shrimp, so that they go so they go and so when they and then flips them off as he dies of asphyxiation, anaphylactic shock. I think they probably look into that. So
just don't tell them your allergies when you get arrested. What are you, a snitch?
I think they have access to your medical records, but
so don't tell your doctors what you're allergic to. What are you, a snitch? No, this is a joke. I do not condone keeping information from your doctors. Please tell them everything.
Please tell them everything. Your address, your social security number, your mother's maiden name.
Now, this is really bad. I'm not officially allergic to anything except for cats. But I swear I'm allergic there's something like because and it's true like that. It's like I admit that I when I was younger, I literally thought the same thing. Like I got an allergic reaction. I'm like, no, I can fight through it, and so I would just kind of like try and not like suffocate. It's a really stupid idea. Like, I can see that.
It's really
I
cute.
mean, are you
though.
sure? Because there's some people that are allergic to like say bananas, but it's like a really mild thing. So they're like, I'm not a fan of bananas. They're spicy.
No, yeah. So I like if it was that like that like yeah okay because like but there's a cleaner and it makes me break out in hives but it doesn't make me like go
Don't
or
drink
anything.
it.
No, it's no, I don't try to take.
I think you might be allergic to that cleaner, man. Maybe
Yeah,
don't use it.
stop drinking the
No,
cleaner.
so I think
Then you won't-
I told you this before. I can no, it's when someone doesn't clean off the cleaner correctly. In America, you know, they use certain types of cleaners. Like at least in California, you have to. I know that there's like certain cleaners you have to use, and if you don't the yellow juice, the semi-toxic. In fact, it's called semi-toxic solution.
Hey.
If you don't clean off,
Sponsorship?
sponsored by the cleaning solution. If you don't clean off the semi-toxic solution,
Clean up Iraq.
then I get allergic to whatever you cook.
Oh, damn.
No matter what it is, yeah. It happened in the special that's kind of how it's kind of like an early warning to show that they just don't treat their kitchen right. Is that I'll react to them not cleaning that up right. Because you have to wipe it off.
I gotta take you to every new restaurant I go to. Good to know.
I mean, at least they have a cleaning solution, so you know it's not like something. I mean, it's still poisonous, but at least it's not, a disease.
Exactly, it's semi-toxic. Most people just get sick. I actually am allergic to it, so like I break out in hives. God, Mar, that's messed up though. Like I'm like, oh, you're so nice. You're taking to all these restaurants. You're like, yeah, eat up. I'm like, okay, you're not gonna touch your food? No. Is that
Not yet.
Wait, is that why the first like 3 restaurants I went out with her, she didn't eat anything except for like a little
Okay, that was
thing.
because I had no money.
Okay, yeah, really? Okay, sure.
What if I ask for money for my last meal? Like, not even to keep it, just to eat it. Like, I asked for like $1,000.
Hey, it's either it's like you spend $1,000 on my food, or you spend $1,000 on me.
And that's like kind of nothing, isn't it? Technically illegal to destroy money.
It's I don't think it's illegal.
Man, I wouldn't be able to eat it.
It's like deface money.
You couldn't.
Something I don't know. There's one.
Yeah,
one of those weird things.
You're not allowed to deface money, and I feel like ripping it up into tiny pieces and ingesting it would count as defacing it.
I think stomach acid defaces it quite effectively if it's stays there long enough.
Yeah, but dude, like, I feel like that but that could also fuck you up because like, what if you get like E. coli or something? Then instead of being executed,
I'm dying. Why do I care if I get E. coli?
The dying is supposed to be painless, but you're not. But E. coli is not going to be painless.
E. coli is going to take like at least a day, whereas if I'm eating my last meal, I'm dying like in a few minutes.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I like the idea of like some like police fucking what do you call them? Police, like a police station. I'm tired, man.
Yeah,
but like, I like the idea of a police station being like, Jesus. Well, I'm glad we got this counterfeit money off the streets, but now what do we do with it? And like, someone comes in, it's like, sir, someone asked for money as a last meal.
Hot damn.
So you get money as your last meal, but you didn't specify it was legit. It had to be legitimate money.
So I eat funny money for my last meal. Boo, fake.
Money tastes funny.
What are you gonna do? Write an appeal?
Indeed, I am. I'm going to appeal to God.
They do bring in a priest for that.
They do.
Okay, final answer: cocaine.
Whoa, that's illegal. That's even more illegal.
I like some sautéed magic mushrooms.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Oh, that is, yeah. That would be interesting.
I get to meet God before I meet God.
Okay, final answer: marijuana. Like edibles, any kind.
That dude, you imagine like freaking out like right before you die.
I mean, I think most people would.
Freaking out anyway.
No, I mean like
I think most people tend to.
I mean, like,
can you imagine freaking out before dying? Like, Imagine.
Yeah, imagine being scared when you're about to die. What a loser.
I mean, like on a drug trip. So like they come in and go. They're like, James, it's time, and you're like, it's always been time. I've already died 1,000 deaths in the span
James,
of a
I mean,
night.
time is
like James, shut
is
up.
a man-made construct.
Yeah.
There is no
There
such
is no
thing.
time.
Therefore, can I be out of time if it's not real? Is any of this real? I know, for I have
Time
been
is an
there.
illusion, just like pants.
They're like, can we bring back gagging?
Bring
Also-
back gagging and Szechuan sauce. With last meals as the topic, like there's only so many food jokes you can really make. So
Yeah, but I
think
got
this is
one
just
more
gonna be
at
a short
least.
episode.
I like your Toriko one though. Like, let's talk about your idea of Toriko, because like if it was a world where it's so hard to get those types of foods and stuff like that, would that even be a thing? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
would
because
they
I think that
actually
would
want to
be
do it?
so. Yeah, with the world of Toriko, like I think that would be what we were talking about during the impromptu break of like why they say you can request a last meal, because it could be like I request this, but you get something that's probably on the market valued equivalently, but since they couldn't get the actual item, you'll get something else. You can request whatever you want, and they'll do their best, but they'll probably bank on the request if it's actually like really difficult to get. But at the same time, they would probably be pretty good about it, because like in that world there are like food hunters, and there's a bunch of wannabe food hunters that are trying to make a name, who would probably be the first they'd go to, because they'd be cheap and
Yeah.
more willing to do dangerous stuff.
Oh my god, that could be a whole like job, a whole extra job. I mean,
Exactly.
it's
That
already
could be
their
like
it's already their job, but like
yeah, and that could be
yeah.
like the way that people are like, if you want to really make a name for yourself, these guys are always hiring, but it tends to be kind of risky. And then you say, I'm ready for adventure. And then you probably are never heard from again.
And then you die.
And then that brings up a really interesting idea of like, I mean, I wonder how strict they are on last meals, because like, yeah, as I said to you, like some of the people who get last meals ask like for like, oh shit, I want 3 full plates of mashed potatoes and like with gravy and beef, and they've gotten it, and
Yeah,
and
and
it's
you mentioned they actually get good portions too.
yeah, they got
Yeah, a
exactly
lot
what
of
they
money
wanted
can
for.
actually be spent on last
Yeah, not
meals. We're
just
pretty
like
good
us.
about that.
Yeah, not just like an ice cream scoop of potatoes and on each plate, and that's it.
Exactly,
Like,
and because they already spend a lot of money on them because they get their own cells and everything too. But like, yeah, but like, but the thing is like, what happens if like you think they got it, if they think they got it wrong, like what, like could you supposedly go like, and I take this because I actually had someone someone act like this to me before.
that's something I can actually Google. Like, what
Yeah.
happens if they get the last meal wrong?
Yeah, because like, what if you ask for like a hamburger, and they give you a hamburger, and you go, what, mustard? I said no mustard. I didn't want mustard in this. Do they go like, tough luck, just eat it? Or they go, shit, we didn't do it right, and then take it away, and then they got to go out and get another one, and then you go, what, pickles? Pickles? Excuse me? And you just keep on stringing along for like shares that you did for days, like, and then it's like everything like, but the buns, too many sesame seeds, doesn't really sit well with me, or something like that.
Oh, this is okay. So I found an interesting article by a Nicole Madison on mylawquestions.com saying, in many places, a death row inmate has the right to request a special last meal that he will consume a day or two before his scheduled execution. This does not, however, always mean that he receives any meal he wants. Often restrictions require a prisoner to choose foods that are available within the prison system or that cost less than a preset limit.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so you cannot actually be like, I would like this $5,000 20-course meal at this place and get your little bento box worth of food.
So I can't order a pound of gummy bears so that I can make a bunch of like movies out of them to try to make all the guards cry, so that when people ask about my biography, they're just really weirded out.
I want you to request gummy bears and a video camera, because I would want to see that shit.
You can't profit off your
Yeah,
crimes.
I have a day or two to
dead.
tell a really compelling story.
You're gonna be dead, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be dead.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, well, yeah, because you can't profit off your crimes. So if you're dead, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. I'm not doing this for profit. I'm doing this to evoke emotions.
So it
Remind
goes
the
on.
guards of their humanity and my humanity and the humanity within us all right before I go get crispy fried.
Your humanity, like, man, that multiple serial killers was a good lady.
I never said humanity had to be good. It's just there.
Oh, hey, this is something that like the article goes on to kind of further the points we've already brought up, which is kind of cool. But like further in, some prisons place monetary restrictions on their request. For example, in some places, a prisoner can request any last meal he wants as long as it will not cost more than $40 to purchase or prepare.
That's pretty
If a
good.
prisoner
Why are they
requests
so
the last
cheap?
it's probably probably different from prison to prison. But if a prisoner requests a last meal that would cost more than this, prison officials will usually substitute selections to make a meal that is similar to what was requested and falls within the monetary budget. For instance, if a prisoner wants an expensive steak dinner, but it would cost more than the spending limit, he may receive a hamburger steak instead.
Boo.
But what if I want like a bunch of sushi? What if I want like $100 of sushi?
Well, then you don't.
Most prisons also deny requests that include substances that are typically prohibited in a prison and or are not food items, so you cannot request to eat money for your last meal.
You can't I want a cake made out of files.
What? No.
Well, how do they define food? Does gummy bear count as food?
Actually, the next sentence is kind of sad.
Like,
most prisons also deny any requests that include substances that are typically prohibited in prison or are not food items. For example, if a person requests alcohol with their last meal, he is unlikely to receive it.
Oh.
I mean, that's fair. I get it. I mean, it's a prison.
I mean,
still.
I don't drink, but like, ouch, man.
Yeah.
It could be your first drink. I mean, it couldn't. You can't do it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's just that.
I mean, if they're gonna go, some alcohol would make them probably more compliant. Unless they're an angry
It would lower
drunk,
their inhibitions. But like, what if I want weed?
You can't eat. Yes, for an edible, it's illegal. You know, yeah, but it's illegal inside a prison system.
Available within the prison system. I'm sure you can find some really crappy toilet alcohol that someone probably brewed.
Okay, but that's not really allowed within the prison.
You're gonna snitch on you're gonna snitch right in the end. So Carl in 3G.
Carl's moonshine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the shithole ate pretty good hooch last week. Can I have some of that?
What is he gonna do? Kill me?
So I looked at him and said, "What are you gonna do? Stab me?"
What are you going to do? Have 4 people pull random levers to inject me with 1 lethal poison and like 3 shots of morphine?
Morphine? Yeah, that'll probably go over the $40 spending limit.
$40 is actually pretty, it's obviously, you can't get a huge meal, but that's still most meals are like
that's
12,
an entree
$15.
at even Outback.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be able to get a bunch of sushi, and I like sushi.
Actually, there's this one place nearby that I get sushi from on Uber Eats pretty often, where a roll of salmon. What people think of when they think of sushi? That's maki, right? Yeah, you can get one of the salmon maki rolls for like $6.79, and it's buy one get one too, so you get 2.
Oh, cheap sushi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
You can get expensive
Probably
sushi
cheap
for.
sushi,
You can get expensive. You can get expensive sushi for $50. You can get like unagi sushi for like $30 here.
What's unagi?
It's a smoked eel. It's incredibly delicious.
I've had eel, but my eel experience was questionable.
It's so expensive here because in order to make an eel taste amazing, you have to go through a shit ton process. Because you have to you have to purify it first because it's very bitter. The ooze on it secretes ooze. It's very bitter, and so you have to remove the ooze and then prepare it, and so all that all that together is extremely annoying. So, it tastes amazing. So it's because then you have to smoke it for a long time.
Yeah. I had eel at a sushi place actually, and they had the thing jellied eel, which I don't know what I was
No.
expecting.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, that had the consistency of jelly,
Yeah, no, that's
like a
disgusting. I don't like that.
thick jam.
I don't like.
The flavor was fine. I liked the flavor, but the texture was so weird. I didn't dislike it, but I couldn't like it as much as I want to.
That's one of my things is that I can't get back some textures like I know that like some people like to eat cartilage, and it's just like one I don't
Cartilage,
understand.
can't even chew cartilage.
Yeah, you can.
Like
It's crunchy.
I always have trouble chewing through it. Like I'll be like eating a steak, and then there'll be like a bit of cartilage that is like by the bone,
Oh, that's
and
gristle.
then I'll just like, that's what?
That's gristle.
Gristle? What's
Yeah,
that?
gristle is what you're talking about.
Oh, so the cartilage-ish thing that you like is really, really difficult to chew through.
So if you're having
Okay,
a
then it probably
steak,
was gristle because
yeah,
normally the foods I eat aren't joints.
yeah, I doubt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could have a steak with one, but I doubt it. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless I request it for my last meal.
yeah.
At which point it'll be denied.
Probably.
Oh, this is interesting. So apparently gristle does have cartilage in it. I did not know that.
I mean, it doesn't really surprise me, but it's probably got
Yeah.
some other stuff too.
Yeah.
But but that actually brings another
Hmm.
interesting idea to the whole Torco system. Like, what foods would be available there?
That's true.
What would be their spending limit?
Would they even care, to be honest, in Torque?
Yeah, because they also have
Yeah.
so much food. But they probably would too, because like Toriko's fucking loaded. He is
Yeah.
rich. He doesn't need to do shit ever. He just likes the adventure.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a obviously being able to hunt down that stuff is a big job. I mean, if you don't have good food, so
Oh yeah.
like, would they
He's
spend
like
that
the
on?
only one capable
Yeah.
of getting a lot of the foods that he's requested to get. So he gets bank for each job, and he takes a bunch. So
Yeah.
yeah, like the foods that they will have available in a prison system, I'm kind of curious what they would have because it would probably be a lot.
Yeah, I definitely think so. But like, would they be willing to spend that on prisoners? You know?
Probably not the high end stuff that Toriko would bring in, but
Yeah.
probably like a lot of the lower end stuff that people can grow in their houses, which
Possibly.
it would probably not be as limiting as it sounds.
No, probably not. All right. Well, I think we've talked about enough, and we ended on a very thoughtful note that we could think
Strange
about
note.
later. Yeah, strange but thoughtful. So
Yeah.
you know,
I need to see that show again,
yeah, I
both
do
Toriko
too.
and Psych.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're watching, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. Yep. Bye.
Bye, everyone.